What's happening, everybody? This is Mike, Mike's Total Dragon Channel, and today we are going to be talking about Savage Dragon number 16. This issue picks up where we left off last time. Dragon is possessed by those worms that take you over, and he has encountered Mase, the vigilante who's basically psychotic. So these two are about to throw down. So far, Dragon's handled everybody else that he's come across. So let's see if Mase is able to put up more of a fight. So let's go ahead and hop right on into it. As always, we've got Eric Larson, creator, writer, penciler, inker extraordinaire. And in the midst of Dragon going on his berserk rampage, we have had the ongoing battle between Skullface and the real Lieutenant Frank Darling. And so basically these two have been going at it for about an issue or two, and Lieutenant Frank Darling has been on the receiving end of some incredible punishment, simply for the fact that, like Scully right here tells him, is, you know, you don't have any powers. That's the simple fact of the matter. And kind of up here at the top, we've got a little piece of looks like a little excerpt from a newspaper. Teen becomes living skeleton in bizarre accident, which we see that's Skullface all grown up. Lieutenant Frank Darling manages to pull a little bit of surprise, stabbing Scully as he jumps down, but really all it is just a delaying tactic. Meanwhile, we've got this full-page shot here of Dragon taking one of Mace's big shots to the face, and you see one of Star's, a handful of them actually, stuck all in him from their previous battle. Dragon's fellow police officers are standing around, and they're kind of taken away by how violent this fight's getting. And as you see, Mase is just, he doesn't give a damn anymore, and he's just beating the hell out of Dragon, which, as powerful as Dragon is, he's got to stay on top of him for the most part. We've got more battle right here. Frank Darling's on the run. Another big full-page shot. Crack. Mase throws another shot here with his weapon, hits Dragon on the back of the head, and destroys that worm, which is, you see that little switch right there, kind of snapping Dragon out of his berserker rage. And people are telling Mase, hey, Dragon's coming out of it, and Mase says, I don't give a damn. Skullface is after excuse me, after Frank Darling. They're still kind of playing cat and mouse, chasing each other. Mase takes one last shot at Dragon, and that's all Dragon needed. He catches the ball and chain, snatches him towards him, and just punches him one time, and that's it. Dragon snapping out of it, seeing all the damage that's been done. Darling and Skullface are battling on top of the rooftop. Darling right here, he dodges out of the way at the last second. Skullface goes over the edge of the roof. Go to hell, Skullface, Darling says. Then we kind of get some information on the collateral damage right here. She Dragon seems to be making it. She's in one piece, surviving her fight. Star's apologizing to his boss, who remains in the mystery, but we know that it's rock star Peter Clapton. Then they unmask Mase, and it's revealed to be, through the same way they revealed who Skullface was, Super Sidekick's career ends in disaster. And here it talks about the Super Tough and what does that say? Damien Darklord are missing and believed dead, but Super Tough had a sidekick named Young Tough, and he was basically what they say, kind of like how the Hulk, kind of like how Bruce Banner got caught in a blast. Young Tough got caught in a blast, but it was only the top part of him, the top part of his head. So that's why you see such a dramatic line of where the burns start and stop, because his head was the only thing that was exposed. And then it also talks about in the article that Young Tough was going to be slated to join Youngblood, but however, because Youngblood, like they say here in this quote, Youngblood's about the young and beautiful, ugly hero isn't welcome. So that kind of takes him right out of the equation, which possibly leads him down this road of having gone insane. We see Frank Darwin's the last one standing after Skullface got blown up. We've got a little pin up here, someone named Proton. This is a Jerry Ordway pin up. Maybe this was somebody that was going to be in the Wall Star book. Meanwhile, we've got more fallout right here. Dragon's searching the wreckage for his partner, Alex. He finds her and she's kind of beat up, trapped under some rubble. Her boyfriend shows up on the scene, tells Dragon, hey, you've done enough. So basically all this is here is just Dragon having to apologize for all the damage that he's caused while he was under the possession of that worm. Meanwhile, we see the remains of Skullface right here. Frank Darwin says that he's won, but he doesn't really seem very happy about it. And of course, we've got this guy here who's basically been the J. Jonah Jameson style character. He's taken to the television and he's really slamming Dragon, saying, hey, everything that I had told y'all that this guy was going to do, he's ended up doing. We're not going to believe his theory that he was temporarily driven insane. He doesn't believe any of that. So he's just on TV politicking. Everything that he had wanted to see happen with Dragon has come true. Meanwhile, we've got a reunion between the long speculated Dragon character Rodney and his mom right here, who was under the delusion that Dragon was Rodney. So she's not too happy to see him after him being gone all that long, so she breaks out the purse. Mase shakes off the two police officers holding him. Dragon goes over there, tells him to settle down. Mase, looks like Mase listens to Dragon because he's the only one to ever put him in his place. Meanwhile, we see Dragon and his girlfriend Rapture talking. And while they're talking in their apartment, they're being observed. And as we saw in a previous issue, this entity here lives and feasts on hate. And its most recent possession has been the mother of the girl who was dating Dragon and who was shot by someone that came to Dragon's house. and when she opened the door, she ended up getting shot. And the rage she possesses towards Dragon brought this entity to her, and she's now possessed, and we can tell that she's got something planned for Dragon, that she's going to get her revenge. Meanwhile, in this other part of the page here, they're talking about the test subject performed as anticipated, better than expected. So we see here that it's the horde, and instead of just that one worm, it's a whole, basically, entity of worms, a whole concoction of worms. So each one of those worms, when it latches onto somebody, it takes control and turns them into an insane person. So that is a wrap up of issue 16 right here. Then we're back to the letter page with its always impressive selection of letters, fan art, Savage Baby. And then we see right here the next issue, R. Richard Richards, who is the J. Jonah Jameson, who has the J. Jonah Jameson style character, sends the Dragon Slayer after our favorite Finhead. All this plus more on the new improved Fiend, Overlord, Frank Darling, and all the rest. So then on this very last page here, we've got an advertisement for a Dragon miniseries by Jason Pearson. But that is a wrap up of Savage Dragon 16. Some really strong pages of action by Larson, especially this is probably one of my favorite ones right here. That full shot of all the stars sticking in him, the mace connecting, and Dragon reeling from that blow. So that's just an incredible full page panel, right, or full page shot right there. But so all in all, another strong, fun issue of Savage Dragon. And up next, we'll be talking about issue 17. So until next time, you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.